Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. I am back here in the Lego studio. I got back from Denmark last week, and the video of my trip to Denmark was posted this past Tuesday. So if you haven't checked that out, that's going to be up here somewhere for you to view if you haven't. It was a lot of fun, ton of fun. Very much glad to be back. I kind of left the place in a bit of disarray before I left, and I have been working on a couple other videos as I've been progressing through some sorting and some organizing stuff that I've been doing, but that has left this place a little bit of a disaster, which we'll check out here in a second. But I normally try to get videos out. I normally try to record and then have a video ready to go for a week, the following week, or like 2 weeks out. Just because I don't always get to be down here. I don't always get to make enough progress down here where a video is warranted, kind of a thing. But this is the Denmark trip video came out on a Tuesday, but I really try to make sure I get Monday uploads every week. And this is cutting it close. I'm recording this the Friday before you're going to see it. So it's going to come out it's going to come out this Monday, and I'm recording this on Friday. So I have a couple of videos that I'm working on as well, but I kind of wanted to do this update video right now to kind of discuss how I will be traveling for a few weeks. So I want to get a couple videos out, and I'm hoping to also record one in California, where we're going to be for 3 weeks visiting friends. So I will be live streaming and working and stuff from California. And I'm going to hope to try to make a video out there. I'm thinking either like go to like some yard sales maybe, or maybe try to find like a Facebook deal, which I don't really need to do. At this point, I have too much to work on as it is. Or maybe stop at a Lego store. I'm not real sure yet. I'm not sure what that'll be. Maybe a build? I don't know. But I will try to get a video out then, but I want to make sure I can get as much out so that I don't skip a week while I'm away. Anyway, so this is just sort of an update and kind of a look at just all of the stuff that has to get done here. It feels like I have years of stuff to work on. And I know I've been through some of this before in updates, but I do like doing these update videos because it helps me sort of process through all the stuff that needs to get done, and just sort of to give you an idea of kind of where my head is at with what's all the stuff that's happening. So anyway, let's take a look at all the stuff we got going on. First thing, I'm really glad I have this cart for so many reasons. This cart is just fantastic and allows me to do so much more in this kind of small space that I have. But it is very full, and yeah, so there's a lot of it's a little bit of chaos here in the studio, although this is very clean, because I've come down here and haven't really started working on anything yet, but that will get messy in a second. But basically what I've been doing is I've been working on the sorting and reorganization of my parts, which has been very time consuming, but a lot of fun, and I've been enjoying it. But time consuming, but it has been kind of therapeutic. But all of a sudden I look at the clock and it's been a couple hours and it feels like I haven't done a whole lot. So, but I think it's going to sort of really adapt our storage units to be holding the parts in the most effective way for us. I will be tackling all of that in a later video, because I've been working on some of the stuff here that you'll see in a future video, but I'll show you kind of the haphazard mess that some of these drawers are. Yeah, so more on that later. Yeah, it's I've just sort of been kind of blowing through this sort of like a bowl in a china shop. As you can see, the bricks are over here now. They used to be in this drawer, but there's other stuff in that drawer now, and I'll show you that in a future one. But you can see some of these are getting emptied out, which is very, very cool. But it has been a process, and I'm working through it, and I think it's going to be good. I'm changing a little bit of what I did before. Again, I'll talk more about that in a later video. But anyway, I've been working on that, which has been freeing up a ton of these, which is good. Because I'm going to be using these in a much more effective way, especially these smaller ones, at a later date. So I'm pretty excited about that. More of these dividers from those videos. I still have not put together all of the, these are just bags. I'll move these. These are just bags to store parts and things in for overflow. But I have not finished building the sets from whatever video, all of this. So these are all sets that have yet to be built, and then sort of, yeah, there's sets in those boxes too, that I have parted out from all of these old instruction booklets. It'd help if I had the camera in the right place. All these old instruction booklets. All these sets are in these bins and up here, and I have to still put all those together. The ones I'm going to keep, I want to display up here. I still have to do, oh, that light's not on. Let me turn that light on. There we go. I still have to display all of the ones that I want to display and keep, but I did finish the Enchanted, what is it? Enchanted Island? I think that's what it's called. I did finish that set. Looks really, really great. Really happy about that. The two 32 by 32 blaze plates, pretty crazy. But I did finish that. And so kind of making my way around now, but I have many more to build, and all of this is going to get shuffled, really. Like, yeah, there's some shuffling that needs to happen. But so some of those are going to get built and displayed, the ones I'm going to keep for the collection, and then the other ones are going to get built and probably sold off to recoup some of the money, because that is still, this is still the collection haul that I got with all those castle sets. Anyway, probably some of these links will show up over here somewhere. But yeah, so I still need to finish that. That will help to free up this cart a bit. These are still the PAB boxes that I got from Denmark. Those still need to be put into place, but I really don't want to do that until I finish the organization. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is kind of taking precedent right now to get all of this organized, and I still got to work through all of these and I just want to do some slight readjustments to some of this stuff, and I think it'll be really, really good. So that all needs to happen. This needs to get put somewhere. In the back here, I'm reshifting some of this. We'll talk about more of that in a later video, the storage. And then I have all these bins. This bin is getting very full. This is all of the old gray, old dark gray, old brown, and discolored white. But that is getting full, so I need to figure out a new place for some of that stuff. Not to mention all these boxes of Lego that are all bulk that, yeah, that need to get processed at some point, but I don't have room. I am really, really running into a situation where I'm definitely running out of room. But that's why I'm kind of redoing some of this shifting of the organization because of that. So I feel pretty good about that. But this is not including the Rochester haul, which I'm calling it. We should probably just take a look at that right now. So if you watched one of the previous videos, this is part of the Rochester haul. That's where I picked these up. That's why I'm calling it the Rochester haul in Rochester, Minnesota. yeah, so all of this still needs to get cleaned and processed. These are the minifigs, and then I have all of these parts, including some pre-built stuff that's underneath all of this, that I need to work through and see what we have and see what we might want to keep and see what we might want to sell off. But this is the Rochester Hall. This hasn't even gotten touched yet. This will get touched. I'll start to process through some of this stuff when I'm back from California. So that'll be probably in October by the time I get to this. But yeah, so this whole thing, and this is, obviously you can see we're not in our studio. So this is now, the Lego is now spilling out into our dining room where this is currently sitting. So yeah, and that's not to mention the closet upstairs, which has all other sealed sets that I'm holding on to that don't fit also in the studio. So we are definitely brimming. We are definitely brimming with Lego here. And obviously we can't forget actually building and creating with Lego. Crazy, right? You know, like I still have this mock that I want to do of that's sort of reminiscent of Forestman's Crossing, which more on that in a future video, because there was a development recently that I don't quite have finalized but hopefully, I don't even know what I want to say about it, but just stay tuned. There will be a connection to this video, or to this mock in a future video soon. But anyway, I still want to work on like a mock of this and taking this apart and repurposing it. Like I still haven't done that. I talked about that in how many videos ago about turning the blacksmith, you know, parting it out and turning that into something else. And, you know, I want to work on this scene, and, you know, I really want to do all of this stuff still. But there's just so many other projects to work on. The other thing that I want to do is I want to take some of the, oh yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about with this, is I'm going to have to break all of that down into somewhat categories for old gray and old brown and stuff, because some of these older sets are going to need it, and I'm still not done. I still have not parted out the castle sets from my childhood. Those have not gotten, all those parts have not been pulled yet to build and to put on here, which honestly, I may have to make some decisions about what's up here and streamline it even further, because I just think I'm going to run out of room. Space is definitely a problem, but it's a reality, and it's just going to have to be something that I'm constantly battling against for the time being. But that's just the way it is. So, but I'm just going to be making do with what I can, and constantly evolving and problem solving and all of that. So anyway, I just want to get this all streamlined to a point where it feels good. And one of the tricky things about this studio space and the size of it is that I can't really work on multiple projects at once. Like, you can see the issue with it. Like, I have all of this sitting here that needs to get built, but then I'm also doing the storage and reorganization and stuff. And like, I also like to keep a clean space. Like, I like to tidy up after I'm done as much as possible, and I clearly have not been doing that the way that I would like to be doing. So it just makes it hard. So it's kind of like one project at a time. So if I can get through all of the reorganization, that will help kind of reset me and get me grounded back to where I can continue to work on some of this stuff. And of course, you know, being away, like we had our Denmark trip, and then we were home for a week, and now we're going to be in California for 3 weeks. So it's just, we've been doing a little bit of traveling here, which has kind of been breaking up sort of the, you know, I haven't really gotten into a groove with it. But anyway, so many things to do, and yeah. So we have tons of videos to come, I guess is what I'm saying. So as you can see, there's definitely no shortage of projects to work on, things to work on in the studio. And that's not even including some of the other series that I've started, like the Can We Build It series, where I take apart, or I take, like a part, and like there's so many like themed sort of videos that I want to make, and I have tons of ideas. I have tons of ideas on things I want to do, but what ends up happening is I was still in this kind of mode where I keep adding stuff to the plate rather than work on more projects, which I think is probably just part of the hobby. Like a lot of you also might feel that similar feeling, adding to the backlog, right? But looking around and thinking about it, and not to mention all that bulk that's sitting back there that has not been processed, and the space that I'm working with, and I know I've probably said this before, I definitely feel like I'm at a point where I need to I can't go on Facebook Marketplace, I can't look at new sets, I can't buy more right now. Although my community over on Twitch did fund for my birthday the Barad-dûr set from Lord of the Rings, so we will be getting that and building that and putting that somewhere. We'll figure that out, but they were so generous and very kind, and so we're going to be building that on live stream, and that will get added to the link. So down in the videos, I don't talk about this a lot, but anytime I do a Lego live stream over on Twitch, I do add the highlighted VOD to the link that is in the description of every one of my videos. So you can always click that link and then watch any of those old VODs back of any of the builds I've done over on Twitch. So, yeah, lots to do, lots to work on, lots to do, but it's a never ending thing. And I don't ever feel like I'm going to run out of stuff, to make videos on, to share with you, to work on. But I really want to like settle in now and be like, okay, I'm done. I can't even say it without thinking that I'm going to eat these words, that I'm done buying Lego for a while, for now, for a little bit, for today. I don't know. But we have a lot to do, and we have tons to work on right now. Like, I don't need to go out and find more projects. We have tons to work on now. So, anyway, this is a very long, rambling version of me saying there is no shortage of videos. More to come. I'll be traveling. I'm going to be getting some more of the organization videos to you soon. And, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. The hobby is wild, and there's so many avenues to it, and I love that so much. It's just so fun. I'm just really, really enjoying it. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, remember, keep on building. Jim, out.